The deal, y'all. We're trying to type it in TNN, trying to do that. We're back in like a crack in the same. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more. That's good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Make sure y'all get into that if y'all ain't got into that, man. Like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. That good knowledge you can't get nobody's college. Boys, take the sheets and the blankets off your bed so I can wash them too. It's laundry day. It's cleanup day in the house. You feel me? Like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe. You should do that before. Strip the beds. Like, comment, subscribe, tap in with the tap in to make sure you are, in fact, tapped in with that good tap in we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good newsington you can usington. It's that knowledge you can't get in college, big dog. Tap in with that tap in to make sure you are, in fact, tapped in with that good tap in. You feel me? You feel me? Like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, and subscribe. It's late at 8. It's late at 6. It's heaven at 7. 11 at 7. You feel me? You feel me, man? Like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe. TNN Trap News Network. 25,000 subscribers. We gonna give away $100. 15,000 subscribers. We gonna give away another $100, man. Make sure I get into that if you ain't got into that. Hey, if you from the city of LA or you from anywhere, I appreciate it. But if you specifically from the city of LA and you sent me a message today I woke up to over 100 tags and comments. Niggas saying, bro, Rich Trapper on it. He following the city. Wookie Bam. We got love for him. Wookie Bam, man. Y'all showing me love, bro. I appreciate it, man. Shout out to the city of LA. I didn't realize how much of an impact that I made this week and giving y'all this exclusive content and blue whoop and all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate y'all for following me. And I didn't realize how many people was staying updated on this case with Rich Trapper. You feel me? So we finna bring y'all the latest and the greatest updates on the Big U, Snitch Hunted, Snitch Hunted, WACK Run Hunted, Loose Cannon, Bricc, Baby Rico. Let's get into this content. Let's get into it. Let's go.
No, I'm not talking about no fucking murder.
Wait, I just want to hear. Let's hear what 600 says. So you think that he's a federal informant?
I think he's definitely working.
Rap news,
Shout out to Rap News Street Politics.
street politics, the best hood
And if you ain't following their page, you need to follow their page because they got one of the illest and the realest pages on his YouTube.
channel on YouTube. And we back with that Rolling 60 indictment, about to go through all the other co-conspirators that went down along with Big U in Operation Drawdown. Now, for everybody that's seen our last video, you know, we touched on certain individuals that were all on the indictment together. But when the feds released this picture of everybody that was in custody in this operation, from the outside looking in, it looks like everybody went down for the same thing, and that's not the case. Multiple individuals that went down on the case were a part of that initial indictment with the RICO on it. But as we talked about, the Rolling 60s as a whole were already under investigation in 2020 before federal investigators really put their eyes on Big U. So there's multiple different indictments that went along with this situation.
And it's like everybody got picked up. This nigga Bricc Baby got a lot of fucking, a lot of AKAs. Zaire Mitchell, AKA Bricc Baby, AKA Big Shitty, AKA MPA Shitro, AKA Shitty Montana, AKA Bricc Baby Shitro. Goodness gracious. This indictment has been used to open up a bunch of other cases and a bunch of other indictments.
And this is why Bricc Baby, who was mentioned on the wiretap in Big U's indictment, wasn't named as a defendant in that indictment because the feds had bigger plans for him and one of his homies. Now, again, in Big U's indictment on the wiretaps, Bricc Baby was caught talking about a robbery and paying money to Big U. But a situation that we heard before that WACK 100 had brought up was a situation where Bricc Baby had caught a federal case with some firearms.
It's one thing to have a possession of a firearm. AKs are illegal in the state of California.
So I'm glad that it's actually been brought up. I did some digging into this. When I say I did some digging, I did some digging. Because if Bricc Baby was snitching, I was going to be the one to put it out. I ain't going to lie. If anybody going to hang the homie, I'm going to be the one to hang the homie. I ain't going to leave it to a WACK. I ain't going to leave it to a Munchie B or nothing like that. Like, nah, my nigga, I'm going to hang the homie. No disrespect to Munchie B, but nah, my nigga. Sorry, B team. You're not going to be the one to hang the homie. From what it's looking like so far, Bricc Baby case did get dismissed by the county, but it was so the federal government could pick it up. So it didn't get dismissed because it didn't get dismissed or whatever. It got dismissed so they could put a higher charge on that nigga. So they could really, like, what the state wanted to give him and what the feds wanted to give him wasn't aligning. The feds wanted that nigga to sit. The state was being a little bit more lenient and the feds wasn't going, to my understanding, the feds wasn't going for the state's leniency. So it got dropped by the state to be picked up specifically by the feds along with other situations. So Bricc Baby might be in a little bit deeper than we all thought.
They're not DA rejecting that.
But it ain't because, from what it's looking like, there is no proof that Bricc Baby is snitching. It ain't no proof. Now, has Bricc Baby been walking around with this mother Wooty Man, blah, 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 knowing it? And that's weird? For sure. For fucking sure. For fucking sure. Trying to have the homies come around and blah, blah. When you know that you got this over your head, weird? For fucking sure. But, he didn't tell nobody. He's being set up for a bigger charge.
I'm telling you it was never picked
But having this on you and trying to be around the homies is weird, bro.
up by the state. The feds are holding it. He knew it. Only thing I'm doing is going over what he's saying.
So you think that he's a federal informant?
I think he's definitely working.
There was questions looming and allegations circling regarding his cooperation and why he never had a court date or really had to answer for them firearm charges. This is why he's in custody now. So this incident with Bricc Baby...
So he did have to answer for it, but they was building a whole... As they had the firearm charges, he kept doing other stuff. So they could either arrest him or let him keep doing other stuff to bury him. Pretty much. So they let Bricc Baby stay on the streets because Bricc Baby was hanging himself.
Stems back all the way to 2022 on July 12th. And we see the indictment alleging that he was a felon in possession of firearms and ammunition. So Bricc Baby, real name Zaire Mitchell, also goes by Big Shitty, MPA Shitro,
Shitro.
Montana, or Bricc Baby
Shitro is crazy. Shitro.
Shitro, as he was introduced when he hit the rap scene over 10 years ago. But the indictment is alleging that on July 12, 2022, he was in possession of a 9mm Luger. And it's alleged that he was shooting a gun in a business parking lot somewhere in LA County. Now, federal investigators
You know what's crazy? Because, never mind. This nigga got an open case. I ain't finna say nothing. Never mind.
allege that this affected interstate and foreign commerce. So to break down how they tie that together, when you're a felon in possession of a weapon, we already know the feds are getting involved. The reason being is because they use the manufacturing location of that weapon against you. So saying
Because if you got that gun manufactured in Zimbabwe, nigga, they gonna give you a charge for global trafficking. You got it in Alabama, you in LA, they gonna give you a charge for cross country trafficking. The feds gonna get involved. If that gun was used in any place outside of the state that it was made, you're washed, bro.
in this case, Bricc Baby is in LA County in possession of a weapon. Strike one is being a felon in possession of a weapon. But if that gun is manufactured and or purchased in a different state, they're basically gonna charge you with moving that gun over state lines, therefore affecting
That's the feds right there where the feds come in when you cross the lines, affecting interstate commerce.
interstate commerce or foreign commerce if the weapon was produced in another country. Like I said, the feds are playing a different game. This is how we see
The feds is getting you on stuff that's gonna for sure stick. Now, we all can agree that probably he didn't get the gun and take it all the way from a different state and all that kind of stuff, but they don't know that. The gun was made here. It was purchased here. Why is it there?
somebody that's already a felon go down for a gun case, go to state prison, and on the back end of his state prison sentence, the feds pick the case up and then they go serve time in the feds as well. By the time the feds do their homework on where that weapon came from compared to where you got caught with the weapon, they let you do that state time and then bring you to do their time. Now, Bricc Baby, his prior convictions of reckless evading in 2010, possession of a controlled substance in 2012, 2 counts of possession of controlled substances, 1 in 2012, 1 in 2014, criminal threats in 2016,
Damn, nigga. Stop doing stuff to go to jail.
and a robbery in 2020. This is what made him guilty in possession of these weapons. Now, again, that's count 1 on his indictment. Count 2 are the weapons themselves. Knowingly possessing firearms and ammunition, again, each affecting interstate and or foreign commerce. This is where they allege that on June 23rd, 2023, a year after the shooting that he did in a parking lot, he was caught in possession of 3 weapons, a .380, a 9, and a Hell Pup 5.56. So Bricc Baby had that shit on him. But not only are
That nigga had a Call of Duty loadout. I will say this, since it's in the paperwork. Remember when y'all used to be like, oh, Bricc Baby this, Bricc Baby that? I used to be like, nah, that nigga would chip you. That nigga might do something to you. Nigga, y'all, some of y'all didn't even know what a hell pump was until y'all, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
they're going to charge him with the weapons, they're going to charge him with the 133 rounds of ammunition that he also carried along with the guns.
The 133 rounds is where it's finna get tricky because they finna say, what the hell was you finna do with 133 rounds?
But the key thing that's going on with Bricc Baby right now is that they're linking him with another co-defendant that went down on Operation Drawdown. Christian Forbes, aka Bus, another member from Rolling 60s. So the reason that Bricc Baby and Bus are merging together is because the feds allege that the cases rise out of the same conspiracy, common scheme, transaction, or series of transactions and events. And they stated that both cases charge firearm offenses arising from the same investigation into the neighborhood Rolling 60s, which both of these defendants are from. And it said that both indictments rely on evidence that ultimately led to a Title III wiretap in a separate case on several Rolling 60 telephones, including Zaire Mitchell, Bricc Baby. And they stated that the FBI plans to arrest both defendants on the same date as part of the Rolling 60s takedown, and the common discovery will be produced in the cases. And this is what leads us to Christian Forbes, who seemingly is the big fish when it comes to the weapons in this indictment, because the feds are alleging that he engaged in the business of dealing firearms without a license. So they're linking Bus's firearm transportations with Bricc Baby's firearm acquisitions. And this is how they prove the interstate and foreign commerce is being played with. They have the man that's bringing the weapons from wherever, out of state, and they have Bricc Baby receiving weapons. But it said,
ooh, boy, boy, boy. As we sit here and we watch this, it's 11:49 in Atlanta, which will make it 8:49 in LA. These niggas are, I want you to really take a second, especially to all, because I know that 95% of my viewership are men between the ages of 35 and 45 coming out the Los Angeles area. 9 times out of 10, God bless the homies that's in jail watching this. For y'all just might want to fast forward like the next 30 seconds, because I'm going to say something that's probably going to make you feel bad, so just fast forward the next 30 seconds. You at home right now. If you live with your mama, you live with your baby mama, you live on a couch, you live in a car, you live whatever your situation is. Nigga, you're not in jail. Them niggas had cold cereal and count time this morning. You didn't. You ain't got to wait for day room. Thank God. Thank God in the chat if you blessed. Right, thank God in the chat if you blessed to be on the streets right now, no matter what your situation is.
in terms of Bus,
no matter what your situation is, if you're on the streets, today's the day where you can get it better.
Beginning on or before January 5th, 2022, and rolling to March 23rd, 2022, who was not licensed as an importer, manufacturer, or dealer of firearms, willfully engaged in the business of dealing in firearms, specifically to sell. And they have a list and the dates of the firearms that he allegedly sold. A Smith & Wesson M&P 45, a Bersa 380, a Ghost assault rifle, and a Taurus 9mm. Now, usually, what this looks like is he sold these guns to somebody that's cooperating with the feds. Now, none of these weapons match the serial numbers of the weapons Bricc Baby got caught with. So we can take him out of the equation of being the one that told on Bus. Because as the...
And there it goes. Proof that Bricc Baby did not snitch on nobody. There it is. Now, again, like I said, is it tricky that he walking around with all this and being around? Yes. Did he tell anybody? No.
Feds like to do, they love to make controlled buys. And the breakdown of these firearms are a little bit too clean. January 5th, January 12th, February 2nd, and March 10th are documented dates that he sold these firearms to an informant. And again, both of these indictments rely on evidence that ultimately led to an expansion of wiretaps against the Rolling 60s. Now, the feds also allege that both of these dudes have a serious risk that they might flee if they're let out of custody. We saw Trap Kitchen Monty already out, and there's another person a part of this indictment that we gonna touch on that's already out. But there was a request made for pretrial detention due to the safety of regular members in the community being at risk, because these crimes are considered violent crimes. So we may not see Bricc Baby for some time if he doesn't beat this case. Now, as the feds usually go, we've seen the wiretaps with Bricc Baby. There's always some confidential informants and some people working with the police when you selling something. So this takes us to the next two defendants that went down in Operation Drawdown, Derek Andre Pollard, aka Grimsky, and Zachary Rodriguez Garcia, aka Zeke. Both of these two dudes are on an indictment together, accused of participating in a conspiracy to distribute meth, another count of distribution of meth, and possession with intent to distribute fentanyl, methamphetamine, and MDMA Another count of possessing a firearm.
Oh boy, when I say the hair on my arms are standing up straight, man, you niggas, bro.
Firearm in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime, and lastly, being a felon in possession of a firearm. So what we see here, everybody on this indictment is either members of Neighborhood Rolling 60 or criminal associates of the 60s. That's what the feds is gonna call them. And everybody is seemingly moving on their own program, doing things at different times. But since they all a member of the 60s organization, there was communication linking all 19 of these individuals that we see went down on this case. So in Grimsky and Z's situation, it started with them back in 2020, around September 2nd, and allegedly it continued until February 24, 2021 in Riverside County. Now on this day, when they became subjects of the federal investigation, September 2nd, it said that Pollard spoke to an individual who he believed was trying to buy some work. It said that Pollard is the one that usually negotiates the sale, and Garcia is the one that goes and drops the work off and kind of builds a rapport with the customer. But with Pollard being on the phone, negotiating this deal with this alleged customer, it's not known to them this is a confidential informant discussing the sale of a pound of meth.
It be the people closest to you, bro. It be the people closest to you.
For $2,700. So Pollard instructed the confidential informant.
Pound of meth for $2,700 is actually never mind. It's a really good price, but I digress.
To meet with Garcia at a
just saying, it's a really good price. It's a really good price. I'm just saying.
Predetermined location in Riverside, California. Now, when they met,
because at $100, about $100 a gram, you do the math. Just saying.
Later,
I'm not saying you should be out here doing that. Do not be out here, don't be out here selling Lush. You feel me? Y'all know Lush like to smoke that wooty bam. He like to smoke me, puddles off the bubble. Me, puddles off the bubble. Don't do that. Don't do that. And then here go the thing too. Random fact about that. If you touch that substance and it literally just touch it, and the heat from your body will literally start to melt it into your hands, and it'll go into your pores, and you could be up there. Go on for the street, popping in. No, she could make it. Go right up there. Go up there. You feel me? So just don't deal with that. You feel me? Just a little treason, and then that's that. Just a little treason.
Later on that night, Garcia offers the CI 10 pounds of meth at a discounted price, knocking $200 off each P, and saying he can slang it to him for $2,500 if he get 10. But he also offered other types of drugs and firearms that he could sell this confidential informant.
You just started telling this nigga all your business.
Now, I don't know if he knew this dude before, if he dealt with him. It don't seem like it. But that's crazy. And this is the work of some young, unexperienced members. So he went on to sell the confidential informant what he claimed to be a pound of meth, but instead was 44 grams of dimethyl-sulfone for $2,700. Now he ended up whooping the box.
What is dimethyl-sulfone? So it sounds like this nigga won. It sounds like this nigga beat the government. It sounds like this nigga just flammed the government. Hold on. Hold on. Dimethyl. What is dimethyl-sulfone? What is dimethyl-sulfone?
Methylsulfone, also known as dimethylsulfone, DMSO2, is an organic sulfur compound. It's a naturally occurring substance found in some foods and plants, and is also used as a dietary supplement. It's known for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, and is sometimes used to support joint health, though more research is needed on its effectiveness. Methylsulfone is also involved in various chemical reactions and is commonly used in industry as a solvent.
Is it illegal to sell? Is it illegal to sell?
No, it's not illegal to sue. People have the legal right to file lawsuits.
Is it illegal to sell dimethyl-sulfone?
sell dimethylsulfone, DMSO2, in most places.
Damn.
It is commonly sold as a dietary supplement.
Damn, so that nigga beat the government.
However,
They thought that they was finna get that nigga. They thought they was finna get that nigga. He hit you with a dietary supplement. Good flu flam. Good flu flam. That's why he wasn't tripping on dropping the price, because nigga, it wasn't meth no way. They got you, stupid.
So
I love to see street niggas win. Got you, stupid. Y'all lost overall, but you feel me?
sold him some bunk for $2,700, but that seemingly doesn't even matter to the feds, man. That it wasn't even a controlled substance. Now, after Garcia gave him that work, Pollard tries to shake the confidential informant down for $100 for brokering the sale. And of course, he met with the confidential informant and got his little $100. So they sold dude some bunk and then took $100 for brokering the deal on top of that.
Got him.
They was playing some shady games. But about 2 weeks later, September...
These niggas finesse the government, bro. These niggas is so scandalous and ruthless, scandalous, crafty. These niggas flu flam the government, nigga. What? Bro, the 6-0s is notorious, bro. These niggas are flu flam the government. Like, niggas, stop playing. Anybody can get this shit.
For 17.
Flu flamming the government is a different level of debauchery. Like, nigga, what? Nigga, what? Bro, the government flu flammed your dumb ass, nigga. Yeah, you some fake peas, nigga. Give me that shit, stupid.
Pollard's back on his phone talking to another confidential informant.
But I'm gonna say that whoever got flu flam, whoever was like the superior officer, he took that personal. He was like, nigga, I'm about to get this little motherfucker. Oh, you funny little nigga, watch this.
Discussing another sale of a pound of meth, negotiating another $2,700 price and a $100 middleman fee. This time, Pollard is the one that met with the CI, and they sell him some bunk again, 446 grams, and they short of dimethylsulfone. So the feds, after this, they kick back and they cool on these dudes for 3 months. They circle back around December 15th, 2020, hit him up again for another pound. Pollard talking on the phone again, but using quote-unquote coded language. They negotiate a price, and this
It's funny when niggas talk on the phone and think they talking in code, obviously.
time, Garcia meets with the confidential informant and gives him a short P, 438 grams of pure methamphetamine for $3,000 this time. That third time was a charm. Now, in between that 3-month cool-down period, on October 14, 2020, again still in Riverside County, Grimsky is said to have knowingly possessed a Glock 40. He was already a felon, so now he's a felon in possession of a firearm. That's where that count comes from that was alleged at the top of the indictment. It said that in Arizona, he had a solicitation to commit forgery back in 2018. Now, the indictment doesn't necessarily say how they know he got caught with it, but we know Grimsky been on the phone this whole time. And we know that wiretap has been popping. Now, a couple months after they made that final sale of actual meth to the CI, it said that in February 2021, they were in possession of a key of fentanyl. And they also had another
That's enough fentanyl to drop bodies. To drop a few bodies.
189 grams of meth and some MDMA with them as well. Now, the key thing is with this indictment kind of being bland, this is how confidential informants and snitches fill in the blanks. When they're not necessarily saying they were stopped with this work, they got caught with it, they was arrested with it, either they was taught.
Because they saying that the government really don't got shit. And if everybody keep their mouth closed, everybody will go home. But you know somebody gonna tell.
Talking on these wiretaps, saying how much work they got, or somebody's telling. And this is how these two dudes
Probably both.
got their faces on this Operation Drawdown board due to their connection with the 60s. Now, the next person that's also in custody on this indictment is Joshua Holler. Now, he seems to be one of these criminal associates of the 60s that I spoke on. They're not putting him down as a full-fledged member, but he also went down for the same thing as Grimsky and Z. Distribution of methamphetamine, carrying a firearm during and in relation to, and possessing a firearm in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime.
So basically, it's the same thing as a gang enhancement. They just took out gang and put it in crime. Like, it's the same thing, bro. It's normally, if it was a gang enhancement, say in furtherance and the betterment of a gang, this one is just furthering the betterments of a crime.
I think the only thing working for this dude is he wasn't a felon in possession of a gun. But on March 11, 2021,
Imagine catching your first felony and going to the feds.
they got him presumably on wiretap, knowingly and intentionally distributing at least 50 grams, which came out to be 423 grams of meth. Now, the indictment doesn't allege that he was dealing with a confidential informant or a confidential witness in this case. So again, I have to stress that the wiretap and the hundreds of hours of conversations that they have is going to play a pivotal role in pushing these guys towards a plea deal when they see exactly how much evidence they have against them. April 1st, 2021 looked just like March 11, 2021, where they got this dude selling 435 grams of methamphetamine. Both of those situations were in LA County. And on the April 1st incident, it's alleged that he possessed a firearm while he was selling that work to somebody. They have him again on April 27th, selling 443 grams of meth. So as you can see, they've really been building this case for a long time. Again, they started watching Big U February of 2021, but they already had these wiretaps set up on these dudes back in 2020. And I'm gonna say, if Big U didn't allegedly kill Rayshawn Williams, this would be a pretty uneventful indictment for the feds. They'd have Bricc, baby, but it wouldn't be this big. Now, the next person that went down on this case was Ron Antoine Britton, aka Ronnie Mac. The feds are alleging that he was possessing with intent to distribute cocaine. And like many other people in this indictment, he was in possession of a firearm, in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime, and also a felon in possession of a firearm and ammunition. So we have Ronnie Mac on January 31st, 2024, allegedly intentionally possessing with the intent to distribute cocaine. Now, it doesn't say he sold it to anybody, so more than likely, he was caught with it. And he was probably somebody that also participated in conversations on the wiretap, so they glued him into this federal indictment. But even if he wasn't, being a member of the 60s and being a felon in possession of this firearm, they was gonna throw him in there anyway, because they caught him with the gun when they caught him with the powder. Now, he had multiple firearms. He had a Glock 26 and another Ruger 9mm when he went down. Now, just like Bricc, baby, they charging him with the ammunition as well. He had over 30 rounds of 9mm ammo while being a felon. Now, this dude right here, this is a fraudulent dude right here. I don't know the details of this situation, but Ronnie Mac was previously convicted of having sexual intercourse with a minor.
Sheesh. The unexpected things that we find when these paperwork. Sheesh.
And 2 counts of false imprisonment, as well as an attempted possession of a controlled substance. I don't know what an attempt in the possession is, you know what I'm saying? But
that's UGLY. It ain't got no alibi. It's ugly. Yeah, it's ugly.
the minor charge, what was he even doing in this mix anyway? Maybe that's why he's on an indictment on his own. But yeah, Ronnie Mac on some foul shit. Now, the next 2 dudes that we saw also go down on this indictment are Denavian Hughes and Lamont Green. Now, both of them had the same charge, but they are charged separately on their own individual indictments. And that charge is the same as probably 80% of everybody that was outside of the RICO, a felon in possession of a firearm and ammunition. Now, Denavian Hughes was found to have 2 9mm pistols and 20 rounds of 9mm ammunition on May 9, 2023. Now, it's alleged that he knowingly possessed these firearms, despite the fact of previously being convicted of forgery in 2001, possession with intent to distribute a controlled substance in 2008, and the unauthorized use of personal identifying information in 2008. And on January 31st, 2024, Lamont Green was in possession of a .38 revolver, and for some reason, he had hundreds of rounds of different types of ammunition, not just the .38. But he had previously been convicted of possession of a controlled substance in 95, second-degree burglary in 97, and assault with a semi-automatic firearm in 2000. So he's
That nigga got cracking.
seemingly been out of trouble for the last 25 years. But they got him going down for affecting interstate and foreign commerce. Now, there is an individual on this case, Tion Devon Jones, aka Blueface, who seemingly has only went down for a violation based on a federal charge that he caught in 2009 on a conspiracy to distribute a controlled substance and possession with intent to distribute methamphetamine. Now, he also had a violation in 2019. So the details surrounding his current situation and being a part of Operation Drawdown is somewhat mysterious at this moment. But 2 dudes on this case are two people that I would put my money on that are going to end up snitching. We got the starter everybody's been paying attention to, FLAKKO, and Brian Perez Mejia. Those two dudes now, look, I don't want to necessarily put a jacket on nobody, but everybody else, other than Jaquan Lee Smith, JJ, has some paperwork. Now, I don't know where FLAKKO's paperwork is or Brian Mejia.
FLAKKO is a crazy name.
But it's something about these two dudes that's rubbing me the wrong way, man. They not fitting in. So I wouldn't be surprised if these two dudes, if anybody takes this to trial, you may see one or both of these individuals. I'm going to just put my money on that, you know. But Jaquan Lee Smith, you know, he's also a mysterious character in this situation. I'm not going to say anybody is snitching other than the confidential informants that we know exist without name right now. But Jaquan Smith is also somebody that's mysterious in this case, man. But, you know, we have to break down everybody else that was a part of this indictment because, like I said, from the outside looking in, it looks like everybody's tied to Big U Enterprises, and that's not the case. Everybody has a common denominator in them neighborhood rolling 60s, man. But this rap news, street politics, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. We coming with some more dope content. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned.
All right, man, we up out of here. Shout out to Rap News, Street Politics. Y'all know the deal. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. Free Avenue Angel until he's free. We are gone.